What's going on, y'all? Welcome into the show. It's the Jersey the King Show live on Fuel Sports Network. You already know. Welcome in. I'm your host, Kevin at JTK1, the Jersey the King of himself. I want to thank you all for joining me today. And we got a lot to talk about because the Aces are back and they got a home game coming up as well. Also, let me get my microphone so y'all can hear me. We got Aviators news, Lights FC news, a ton of news about Vegas sports. It's going down. We got some Raiders news as well. They had a preseason game last week. We got another preseason game coming up again, and it's an interesting game. So we got to talk about that, and a little bit more news. So sit back, relax. Again, welcome in everyone. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I know we got a little bit of a late start, but we here. It's the JCK show, baby. It's going down. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Let's get it started. Now, our aces. All I can say is before we do that, hold on. You know we gotta start it off the right way. Make sure you go and follow the show's socials. Make sure you follow the show's socials. You know what I'm saying? Get it popping. There you see it. On X, it's the JTK show. On Facebook, it's at the Jersey King Show. On IG, it's at JTK Show. And on YouTube, you can subscribe at the Jersey King Show. So make sure you guys go and do that. Now, back to the matter at hand. Our women went out there, played their hearts out, got the W in the gold medal match. Congratulations to the women's national basketball team representing the USA proudly in a close one because Gabby Williams was doing her thing for France, hitting some crazy shots. But our women prevailed, and man, oh man, did we prevail. Asia Wilson, a beast, as always, doing her thing, putting up a double-double with 25 points, or excuse me, 21 points, 13 boards, 4 blocks. Kelsey Plum, as you see, contributed as well with another 12 points, 4 assists, and was 11 efficiency, I believe. 40% from 3. I guess that's a new stat. So there you have it. And on top of that, the final score 67-66. Like I said, it was a close game because the Aces were definitely, or excuse me, the national team was definitely in a close one. Gabby Williams, like I said, from France, was hitting crazy shots, doing her thing. But in the end, we prevailed 67-66. And the queen, the GOAT, the one and only, Asia Wilson, MVP of the Olympic Games in the gold medal game, of course. So shout out to Asia Wilson. Now, that brings us to 8 straight gold medals for the longest streak in Olympic basketball history, men or women's. Men or women's. Now, that says a lot. That says a heck of a lot. And it just shows that a dynasty was born with this WNBA team. Or, excuse me, this women's national basketball team. I'm sorry. 8 straight gold medals. You can't you can't deny that. All right. Now, when it comes to the GOAT, when it comes to the best player on the planet, Asia Wilson, she showed why she is the best player on the planet by continuing to make history in the Olympics now. And when I tell you guys she's the best player on the planet, there's nobody better than her. There's nobody. She proved it. She proved it. She definitely proved it right here. These are her stats from the Olympics. Most double doubles in 2024 Olympics in women's basketball. She had 18.7 points is what she averaged. Averaged 10.2 rebounds. Averaged 1.5 steals. 2.7 blocks. Was 59% from the field and was 25.7 efficiency. That's saying a lot. That just goes to show you that Asia Wilson is the best player on the planet right now. There's no denying it. And she proved that even in the Olympics. Now, what she's doing in the WNBA as well, on top of that, come on now. You can't deny this woman is the best player on the planet. You can't deny it. She has shown it through and through. And with that, you get Asia Wilson getting a 99 overall rating on this upcoming 2K25 video game. And I believe she's going to be the first female player since they've introduced the W on 2K to have their own or to have the 99 overall rating. So shout out to her for doing that. And my thing with this as well with 2K, y'all need to take a page out of NBA Live's book. Okay, NBA Live 19, you were allowed to create a female player and take that female player online and play against the men. And your female player was able to have dunk packages. It was depending on the build you made. She was able to have dunk packages to where she was dunking. Of course, she was shooting threes, doing this, doing that. Was a paint beast, the whole nine. You can make similar builds to the men players, and you were allowed to play against the men online. So if you were, let's say, a female player in real life and a male player in real life, and you created female characters and went and played against other players in the community and played, they were male characters, it was allowed. 2K needs to do that. 2K needs to make the WNBA my player career mode just like the male my player career mode with the city and everything. I don't I don't understand. I don't understand. It's the same thing. You're just doing it with a female player. And instead of calling her MP, you call her something else. That's it. Just saying, y'all. Just saying. But AJ Wilson makes her story and her story at the Olympics. Shout out to her. And shout out to Kelsey Plum. Shout out to Jackie Young. Shout out to Chelsea Gray for not only being on this team, but contributing as well and being impactful because there was a game, I believe against Australia, that Jackie Young just went crazy. That was like coming off a good game as well against Belgium. Like she went crazy for like 2 games straight, but she's contributed every game. And that's the thing. Chelsea Young has contributed every game. Kelsey Plum contributed every game. Megan Gustafson, shout out to Megan Gustafson in the Olympics. She went crazy for Spain, leading them in multiple categories as far as points scored, rebounding, 3-point percentage, I believe. So you got to give it up, as well as Tiffany Hayes for the Azerbaijan 3v3 team. She went crazy, leading that team in scoring and rebounding, being a dominant force for that team. Yes, they didn't medal, they didn't do the greatest, but at the end of the day, she was a force on that team. She was a leader on that team. She showed that she still got it. She still got it, y'all. She really does. And going back to this game here, the gold medal game against France. When I say it was a nail biter, oh my goodness, it was a nail biter, and it came down to you know, defense and good offense, and a good offense transitioning into good defense. And even with Gabby Williams hitting that last minute shot or that last second shot, it was a 2 and not a 3 to be able to tie the game. So we edged out a victory, and I know them ladies are blessed to have done that and accomplished an 8th straight medal for the women's United States basketball team. And again, congratulations to them women. They are the truth. They show that they are a dynasty at what the women's side has built at Team USA. And you got to just give them credit. They've been the best. They've been the best, and they've shown it. So shout out to our gold medal winning W team, because that's basically what it is. It's the W, just on the Olympic squad. Just saying. So shout out to the United States basketball women's national team and winning gold against France in the Olympics. And it was crazy because the men's team hosted France as well, or played against France as well. So France hosted both gold medal games against the United States at the Olympics in basketball. So it was exciting to see, and it was definitely exciting to see the United States teams dominate and win both games. So congratulations again to them. We're going to jump into our quick first commercial break of the show. When we come back, we got some Raiders news. We also have some Aviators news, interestingly, that actually tonight is a special night with an current Aces player. So when we come back, we'll talk about that and more. So sit back, relax. This is Jersey King Show live on Fuel Sports Network. And if you haven't already, download the Fuel Sports Network app on your on your Roku and Amazon TV and devices, as well as check out fuelsportsnetwork.com and check out the website, man. We have a lot to offer, and we just want you guys to keep supporting the way you do. So we'll be right back after these messages.
Houston, we've triumphed. I've made it back to Earth with the cargo intact. The game-changing, time-sensitive payload is none other than the revolutionary energy flavor we've all been waiting for. Introducing Merc Mayhem Cherry Limeade. Merc Clan played a crucial role in securing this energy flavor, and together we've unlocked the future of power. Merc Mayhem is not just a drink, it's a statement, a fusion of relentless energy and bold flavor. The secret is out. Merc Mayhem is set to redefine the energy landscape, leaving ordinary drinks in its cosmic dust. Get ready for a taste explosion that matches Merc Clan's unparalleled power. Join the revolution, and let's unleash Merc Mayhem upon the world. Astronaut M signing off.
In the game, forget the money and fame. Stay ready, making sure that they'll remember my name. I got a hunger inside when the numbers are tied. Yo, I'm a
back. with more of the Jersey the King show live on Fuel Sports Network. And like I said before the break, had some Aviators news to talk about because, or before that, actually, I'm sorry, our Aces are back in action for the second half of the season. Um, we have an upcoming game this Saturday at home. So not only are we back home from Paris, but we're back home at Michelob Ultra Arena, taking on the New York Liberty. It's going to be a crazy game because the Aces players just were in the Olympics with two of the players from the Liberty, which in Sabrina Ionescu and Stewie, Brianna Stewart. So definitely we're looking at a good matchup. And now into the Aviators news. So make sure you guys are there. Make sure you guys are there. As you've seen, one more time, sorry. Game starts at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you guys are there if you can. Um, if I am able to make it, which I don't know if I will be because I'll be getting off work at 7 in the morning and then doing the Gridiron show. So that'll be a lot to try and do without any sleep. We'll try. We'll try. We'll see. If anything, I'll get some rest and be at the post game press conference through Zoom. So, all right. Now, Aviators news. And the reason why I want to jump into some Aviators news is because tonight at the Aviators game, Alicia Clark threw out the ceremonial first pitch at the Aviators' current game against the Oklahoma City team in our minor league baseball. And I'm loving it, man. I'm definitely loving it right now. Our Aviators are sitting at 22 and 18. They're currently playing a game against the Oklahoma City's team. And we just came off actually two losses back to back at home. This is a 6 game home series. And we currently are 2 games down in the series. But we have plenty of time to bounce back. We have 4 more games to bounce back and make something happen. So I'm not threatening it or stressing it, because like right now we're leading 5-2, top of the fifth in this game. So right now the bats are hot. We are doing pretty good when it comes to this lead. We have a 3-run lead, but anything can happen in minor league baseball. Bats get hot at any time, pitchers get cold at any time. So we just gotta keep coasting and keep playing our game and doing what we do best, and that's play Aviator baseball because the Aviators are a good squad. We're currently tied for third in the Pacific Coast League, second in the Pacific Coast League Western standings. So right now we're doing pretty good. We're sitting here. It's the second half of the season. We're doing good in our division. We're second in our division. Not only that, we're third in the actual league itself. So shout out to the Aviators for doing their thing. Like I said, last week we went, let's see, through or excuse me, 4-5-1, excuse me, in that series against Salt Lake City. So that really boosted our stats as far as games and win totals. Excuse me, I'm flustered tonight. I don't know why, y'all, but that boosted our win total and helped us get to where we are in second place in the division and tied third overall for the league. So we had a 7-0 win last Tuesday, 6-1 win last Wednesday. We lost last Thursday 0-6, and these are all in Salt Lake City. Last Friday we won 2-1. Last Saturday we won 7-0, and Sunday we won 10-6, ending that series 5-1. And then we started off our home series after that Monday break against the Oklahoma City team. And like I said, we lost the first 2 games, 10-8 and 13-7 on Tuesday and Wednesday. 10-8 on Tuesday, 13-7 on Wednesday, and right now we are leading 5-2 in this third game of the series of six. So we have this game and three more on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So make sure you guys, if you are able to attend the Aviators games anytime between tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday, make sure you check them out because you actually could be able to attend the Aces game and then go to uh, Las Vegas Ballpark later that evening and attend the Aviators game. Just saying. So, plan it out for what you want to do this weekend. This Saturday, we got some games going on. So now, moving on to Raiders news. Raiders just had a preseason game against the Vikings, and unfortunately, at the end of the game, the Vikings did come back and end up tying, or not tying, but winning this game by 1 point, which unfortunately for the Raiders, you know, it's not all bad, but it takes away a little bit of the momentum. And the reason why I say that is because the Raiders are looking to do a lot with this season. New head coach, um, on top of stacked, pretty stacked defense, we can honestly say, on top of even their offense. Getting Gardner Minshew and him doing what he's doing, helping Aiden O'Connell become a better quarterback because Gardner Minshew is not a bad quarterback at all. We've seen this over his career. Gardner Minshew actually went 6-12 for 117 yards and a touchdown, no interceptions. Aiden O'Connell went 7-9 for 76 yards, no interceptions, no touchdowns. And Brown, the rookie quarterback, I believe, because I believe Brown was drafted. Anthony Brown well, actually, he's a second year quarterback out of Oregon. Excuse me. Sorry about that. My bad. But he went 1 of 3, 24 yards, no interceptions, no touchdowns. So there's one touchdown scored by the Raiders in this game, and that was by pass from Gardner Minshew. And rushing wise, McCormick had 11 attempts for 32 yards. White had 6 attempts for 23 yards. Madison had 3 attempts for 15 yards. White did have a touchdown rushing. So, the offense did score 2 touchdowns. So I give him that. Also, we had no Devontae Adams. He did not play. But Tucker did lead in receiving with 2 receptions for 73 yards. And Turner actually scored the receiving touchdown for the team on offense. So, I mean, it was a pretty good game. And leading up to the fourth quarter, honestly, it was looking a little bleak for the Raiders because they scored no points in the third quarter whatsoever and only scored 3 in that fourth quarter, which ultimately lost the Raiders the game. So it's just preseason. The team is just getting to see what's out there, in a full game setting. So there's nothing to be worried about for the Raiders. You know what I mean? There's nothing for the Raiders to sit here and have to stress about and say, "Oh, we need to fix this, we need to fix that." There are some things to clean up as far as closing out. You got to imagine the second half of that game, you got the second and third string in for majority of the time. So honestly, there's no telling, first string would have been out there, how the ending of that game would have been. So at the end of the day, the Raiders definitely have a lot to look forward to this season. He said Raiders will be lucky to win 6 games. I mean, we'll see. We'll definitely see. Good doctor chiming in. Thank you for tuning in. Good doctor. I appreciate you. But like I said, we'll see. We'll definitely see. It's going to be interesting to see the rest of the season and how it unfolds, guys. It really is. or this full season, the start of the season, because that's when it matters. These preseason games are just warm ups. These preseason games are just the teams and coaches, staff getting to see what they have for this season. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's not nothing for the Raiders to worry about. They seem to have a pretty good offense and a pretty good defense going into the season. So it's just going to be a matter of what actually plays out on the field in these games from this team. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. It's going to be interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. Their preseason game coming up this Saturday is against my Dallas Cowboys. So I'm looking forward to this one for sure, this weekend. So we'll definitely be on the lookout for that. I'll have the latest news on that next week as well on the show. So again, guys, if you haven't already, download the Fuel Sports Network, Amazon TV and devices. That's Roku TV, Amazon TV, Roku Stick, and Amazon Fire Stick. I don't know why I lost my train of thought for a second. And definitely download the app and show your love and support for Fuel Sports Network. And also check out fuelsportsnetwork.com and check out our latest articles from our writers. Check out the online podcast shows that we have on there as well. We do have a new one debuting tonight, so make sure you go and check it out. And you can also watch the show, anything that's live on the Fuel Sports Network right now, live on the website at fuelsportsnetwork.com. We're going to jump to another quick commercial break. When we come back, we got some Nighthawks news because we got some award winners and all IFL team members. So we definitely got to talk about that. We have some Lights FC news as well as our Vegas Thrill. We got some news from them, our Nighthawks, or excuse me, our Desert Dogs, as well as the Henderson Silver Knights, and some PFL news. So sit back, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back with more of the Jersey the King Show live on Fuel Sports.
If you aren't perfect, if you've ever struggled, if you've ever failed, if you want to get better, be better, and make our world better, this is the perfect brand for you. True Victory. Founded by U.S. military veterans, True Victory is a sportswear and streetwear brand dedicated to building everyday champions on and off the field. We're a cause. Our purpose is to transform lives and elevate humanity through the power and unity of sports, positive stories, and serving others. We're dedicated to the game, the grind, and the globe. But most importantly, we're dedicated to you. That's what it means to be always true.
We're back live right here on Fuel Sports Network with the Jersey the King Show, and I'm your host, Kevin JTK Womble. You already know what it is. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday night. Thank you for joining us here on Fuel Sports Network. Thank you for supporting Fuel the way you have, because we are for the fans, by the fans. And we plan to just bring all our fans in united and give them experience as a Legion. So that's what it means. Fans united, experience Legion. So there you go. That's fuel for you, baby. Thank you for what you guys do as far as supporting us and making us who we are. Real talk. All right. Now, the Nighthawks are named to all IFL team, and our rookie, Bryce Hampton, wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. And I'm excited for our guys, man, because, you know, they did their thing. They really did their thing. Bryce Hampton was named to the first team All IFL on defense, of course, for his outstanding defense this season, leading the league in interceptions. Um, was in the top of the league, top five, top three of the league for tackles, and he was just a force out there. I'm surprised to not see James Caesar's name out there because he was second in interceptions, if I'm not mistaken, second or third as far as ending the season. For a while there, him and Bryce Hampton were first and second in the league for interceptions. So it's interesting to not see him on at least the second team All IFL. But Moses Mallory made All IFL second team. Jerome Johnson, our quarterback, after a record breaking season, 80 plus touchdowns between rushing and throwing, made second team All IFL. And Mikel Calhoun, who won several Defensive Player of the Week awards this season, got on to second team All IFL as well. And then you have Mikel Calhoun, Bryce Hampton, and Kevin Toot all making the All Rookie team, the IFL All Rookie team, excuse me. And then, of course, like I said, congratulations to Bryce Hampton as well as everyone else. But congratulations to Bryce Hampton for winning the Rookie of the Year award on the defensive side in the IFL. Shout out to him, man. They had a big season this season. Like I said, it would have been great to see the Nighthawks hosting the IFL championship this Saturday. It would be awesome to see that at least Family Forum, but unfortunately, we did not make it. Unfortunately, we lost in the first round to the Arizona Rattlers. So we didn't get to host the Western Conference Championship or the championship game. We did get to host our first home playoff game and our first playoff appearance. So shout out to the Nighthawks for a great season. Fortunately, we didn't get to where we wanted to be at the end of the season, but making the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. And now you see having members of the team being named to all first team all IFL, second team all IFL, and Bryce Hampton winning the Defensive Rookie of the Year. So there you have it, man. Nighthawks still ended the season with a decent season, man. Again, that just sets us up for next season. So I'm excited for next season. Can't wait to go and cover more games and hopefully try and be at all the home games. So we'll see. All right, moving on to the Las Vegas Lights FC and the latest news going on with our Lights FC, man. Shout out to Jose Batista, man, because Jose Batista has turned this team around. He's brought in a great manager, and this manager has managed this club to not only being one of the youngest teams, but this season in general, we're looking bleak. A while back, I'd say 11 games ago, when we were on a 6-game losing streak, and there was no hope for the playoffs, it seemed like. But Dennis Sanchez, our manager, has taken these young men and he's pointing them in a direction of winning. And now these young men are winning. And when I say these young men are winning, we are on an 11-game unbeaten streak after this match against Detroit City, which was, man, it was a crazy match. Um, Unfortunately, that goal that was scored by Ben Morris which was a really nice goal. I got to give him that. But unfortunately, that goal was, the icing on the cake, so to say, because it was the first goal scored of the game. But Corey Bennett, when he subbed in, he did get us on the board and keep us to a draw and keep our unbeaten streak alive with 11 straight. And that actually ties for the most in a season this season as well in the USL. So that ties the record in the USL. We're looking to break that record this upcoming weekend. But like I said, that 11 game unbeaten streak for 11 straight games gives us a tie for the most unbeaten game or most games unbeaten in the season this season, as well as a good chance of getting a high seed in the playoffs. Now, like I said last week, the top 8 teams in each conference, the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference, make the playoffs. So, with that, we're looking at trying to get as high up in the standings as we can going into this playoffs. Now, we are going to be in Hartford, Connecticut, taking on the Hartford Athletic at Trinity Health Stadium at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain. For all of you who are interested in watching the Lights FC game, definitely check it out on ESPN Plus. If you're in Las Vegas and can't make, and you're not traveling all the way to Hartford and you would like to watch the game, it should be on the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network channel, which is 5.2 digitally, 125 on Cox Cable. So get ready for that game where we look to go 12 unbeaten and move up in these standings, because we're currently sitting 5th in the standings in the USL League Championship. So I hope we can keep gaining points. As you see, we're only down 9 points behind the leader, which is New Mexico United, who in this 11 game unbeaten streak we did actually win against, and we got a W, not a draw, but a W. So I'm interested to see how the remainder of this second half of the season is going to go. And if we can get a couple wins under our belt in these next couple matches, it can look good for the Las Vegas Lights FC to move up in the standings and get a high seeding going into the playoffs. Now, don't forget to download the Lights FC app on your mobile device, whether it be your tablet or your phone or a laptop. But you can go to the Apple Store or the Google Play Store and download the Las Vegas Lights FC app. Our club does have their own app. I have it on my phone, like I told you guys last week. It keeps you up to date with everything Lights FC, and I'm definitely excited that our team's able to come out with something like this for the fans. It's really convenient. You can buy tickets to the games, the whole nine. So definitely check it out, guys, and make sure you download it on your Apple, or go to your Apple Store or Google Play Store to download it now. For sure. Now, moving on. And congratulations to our gentlemen, our Lights FC players, and congratulations to the club as a whole for the success this season and the success to come this season, because I see some success coming for the Lights FC this season. I honestly do. Now, moving on to our Vegas Thrill. Our season's coming up this January, next January, 2025. The season starts with 3 new teams being added to the league. You have Kansas City's team, Dallas's team, and the Indy Ignite, which they, as you hear, already has their team nickname. and team colors. So I'm looking forward to it. But one person who's super fired up is AGC Alicia Glass Childress, who is returning to Vegas. And she says, I'm super fired up to be returning to Vegas Thrill. I'm fueled by everything we learned last year, fueled by the insanely amazing community that supported us from the very beginning, and I'm fueled by all the new players that are going to help this team be great. I can't wait to get started. AGC Alicia Glass Childress. Sometimes that's a mouthful. Also, with that being said, as you see, the exciting professional volleyball season returns January 2025. Vegas Thrill fans can place your deposits for our upcoming 2025 seasons with 3 new teams entering the league in Dallas, Kansas City, and Indianapolis. You can scan that QR code there, and you can place your deposits now on season tickets and possibly single game tickets. So go ahead and get it ready for the upcoming season. Do it now. So you got it done already. You know, you're ahead of the curve. You know what I mean? You're ahead of the curve because we had a good season last season. You know, we didn't make the playoffs. We had a chance, which says a lot for being the last team to pick in the draft and add players. And I'll keep you guys posted if there will be a full-on draft being held this season or not, or if players are just going to be getting signed and things like that. So we'll see if there's any college players that'll be coming out in a draft to the PVF. So we'll see about that. I hope that does end up happening for the ladies of the PVF because that'll be exciting. And I did find out that there's a men's volleyball team as well. So we'll start covering them. When we come back from this last commercial break of the show, we have some Las Vegas Desert Dogs news. And it's interesting because I want to talk to you guys about the NLL and the type of league that it is. So you guys sit back, relax. We'll be right back with more on Fuel Sports Network. I'm your host, Jersey the King. Don't go nowhere. This is the Jersey the King Show. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Jersey the King Show live on Fuel Sports Network. If you haven't already, download the Fuel Sports Network app on your Roku and Amazon TV and devices. That's Roku Stick, Amazon Fire Stick, Roku TV, and Amazon TV. Also, check out the Fuel Sports Network website at fuelsportsnetwork.com. You can watch the show live. You can check out all of our audio shows as well as our news articles from our writers and so much more. So definitely check out fuelsportsnetwork.com and download the app today. Now, getting into some Las Vegas Desert Dogs news. Season tickets are on sale right now for the season starting in December. Now, a lot of you guys don't know that the NLL, the National Lacrosse League, is a box lacrosse league. Now, if you don't know what box lacrosse is an indoor form of lacrosse. Okay. And with that indoor form of lacrosse, there's not as the same amount of people as there are in outdoor field lacrosse, which would be the PLL, the Premier Lacrosse League in the United States. That's our professional league for outdoor lacrosse. Now, it's 5-on-5, and you get, of course, your goalie, your runners, and your forwards. You have your transition players, your runners, your forwards, and your defenders, and then your goalie. So it's less players and it's indoor, but it's just box lacrosse. You have to have a smaller stick, and the 5 runners wear helmets specifically designed for box lacrosse. Just to give you guys an idea of how different it is. So, they have to have smaller sticks, I believe, and they have to have their box helmets. So it's different in the lacrosse that we are in because it's indoor league. So once we get an outdoor league team, then of course we're going to cover them here at the gym or on the show. So of course be prepared for that as well. And like I said, we'll be coming with the men's professional volleyball team as well. So I'll get on that. I believe they're called the Las Vegas Ramblers. And we'll definitely get that news out to you guys as well. Now, moving on to our Henderson Silver Knights. Make sure you guys go and get your tickets for the season opener. Also, you can still get your mystery tickets for the mystery ticket offer. That is still available as well. And tickets start at just $30 for a chance to sit in our glorious glass seats. So they're going to be coming out with this glass seats idea for fans of the mystery tickets. And like I said, I'm excited to see the the league in a whole because I love hockey. I really do. I played roller hockey a lot as a kid, outside, in the street playing hockey, man. So I'm excited for the upcoming AHL season. I'm excited for the Silver Knights season as well, and I can't wait to go and cover these games. I'm excited for all these Vegas sports teams and what we have to offer this season, man. It's going to be super, super exciting. And like I said, I'm excited for everything going on in Vegas. Now, like I said, we do have a men's volleyball team. They're called the Ramblers. And They are a part of the, if I'm not mistaken, the National Volleyball Association. I think it's what it's called. Trying to find the information for it now. Yes, the NVA, the National Volleyball Association. So, yes, there is a men's team in volleyball. There's a men's professional volleyball league. It's called the Nevada or the National Volleyball Association. So, we will start covering that team as well when their season starts to take off. I'll do my research on them, and get more information on the team as well because we're covering all Vegas professional sports here. So that's what we do here on the Jersey King Show, and on top of that, we talk combat sports. You guys know how much I love MMA, and we talk a lot of PFL here, more than the UFC. Even though there is a UFC card coming up with middleweight championship belt on the line, Dricus du Plessis taking on Israel Alessandra, two-time middleweight champion, and that middleweight belt is on the line, and I'm excited for this. I can't wait. I'm definitely watching this game or this match card coming up for the UFC. So make sure you guys tune in or buy the PF or buy the UFC pay-per-view for this Saturday, August 17th, UFC 305, Duplexis versus Adesanya for the middleweight championship. Israel has the chance to become a three-time middleweight champion, but I'm excited for it. Here are your upcoming playoff cards for the PFL playoffs, Professional Fighter Leagues playoffs, coming up next or this week, tomorrow on Friday, August 16th. You have Impa Kasanganai and Josh Silveira as your main card, or as your main event, excuse me. You have Rob Wilkinson, uh, former PFL light heavyweight champion, looking to become a multi-time light heavyweight champion. I believe he's a two-time, or I believe he was already a two-time champion. I believe he's going for his third, if I'm not mistaken, or it's either a second or his third. Then that's the co-main. You got Gadzi Radbadanov taking on Michael Dufort, Brent Primus taking on Clay Collard, and Biagio Ali Walsh. Now, if you don't know who Biagio Ali Walsh is, that is one of the grandsons of Muhammad Ali. He's an MMA fighter. His brother, Nico Ali Walsh, is a professional boxer. So both of these guys are making a name for himself. Biagio has been making his name for himself in the PFL as of late as well. So shout out to him getting on this main card for the playoffs. And it is for the lightweight division against Corey Taylor. Then next week, you have Brendan Loughnane taking on Kai Kamaka in the featherweight semifinal. You have Magomed Umaglatov taking on Neiman Gracie in the welterweight semifinal. You have Gabriel Braga taking on featherweight Timur Kizrev in another featherweight semifinal to determine the featherweight playoff or championship match. And you have Shamil Musaev taking on Murad Ramazanov for a spot in the welterweight championship. Now that lightweight match between Biagio Ali Walsh and Corey Taylor is not for a spot in the playoffs. It is just a match filled in for the match card. So, but it's showcasing Biagio Ali Walsh because he has been doing very well in the PFL, and we may see him in the PFL lightweight playoffs next season. So it's going to be interesting. I'm very excited for it as well. But that's going to do it for the show today, guys. We'll have more news covering everything going on Vegas sports next Thursday. Don't forget, I think it's your final chance right now for the IFL championship game if you are going to go, if you're a Rattlers fan or a Massachusetts Pirates fan, make sure you use your team code. But I think today is the last day for tickets. So make sure you grab your tickets now. If you're gonna plan on attending the game, even if you use the Nighthawks code and want to attend the game just to support the IFL, make sure you use the Nighthawks code to get your discount. And I want to thank you guys for tuning into the show. Make sure you also go and follow the show's socials as always. At X on X it's at the JTK Show. On Facebook it's the Jersey King Show. On IG it's at JTK Show, and subscribe on YouTube at the Jersey King Show. Again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate everyone who supports Fuel Sports Network and supports every show here and everything that we're doing and the growth of this network and the future of this network and what we can become. So I want to thank you guys. We love you guys. And on behalf of Fuel Sports Network, we want to thank our sponsors, W Energy, Just Meat Jerky, McDougal Bats, True Victory Apparel, and Retro Royals. I want to thank you guys for everything you do is supporting the network and sponsoring the network as well. Again, guys, I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for tuning into the Jersey the King Show every Thursday. We'll be back next Thursday right here at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, and 8 Pacific. I love you guys. I want to thank you guys again for being here. I'll holla at y'all next week. Peace out.